Hi, in this video we are going to see about text widget. So in the previous video we seen how to install Flutter and what are the IDEs used for Flutter app development. So let us dive into it. So first, Flutter is a framework where we can use collection of widgets to design a Flutter app. So in that we are going to see about the text widget. Okay, let us go to Visual Studio Code and emulator. So this is what our first application, we run it in the last video. So from this code, let us study in detail about the widgets. So first of all, in the initial application, you can see how many number of widgets we used it. So for example, you can see there is a homepage widget which extends a stateless widget. So this homepage is a stateless widget. So material app is another one widget. So in that scaffold is another one widget. So in that we used app bar. So app bar is another one widget, and same way the text is a next widget. So in the simple application we use this much of widgets. So we know about the widgets means then it is easier for us to do the Flutter application. So let us start with this text widget. So first, for easy understanding, I'm just make this text as a center. So I'm going for making the text to the center, I want to use another one widget called as a center. So center is an widget. So center has a child. So this child is a text widget. So I am closing the braces. So now, so I made this particular text to be in the center. Okay, let us save and run the program. I saved it. So you can see in the emulator it is at the top. Now after running the code, it will comes to the center part. So now you can see that text is at the center position. So I want the text size to be increased. So for that we can use the attributes. So in this particular widgets you can see there are too many attributes will be there. So we can make use of those attributes. So if you enter and if you press Control space, whatever the editor you are using, for example Android Studio or Visual Studio Code, so it will populate all the attributes this particular widgets has. So I am going to increase the font size. So for that I want to use style attribute. So in that I want to use text style. So text style I am going to use. So in that you can just press Control space, you can see the font size. So font size. So I'm going to make it as 18. So I'm just saving it. I want to keep it in the terminal and I want to press R to reload. So hot reloaded. So now you can see the simple content, my simple content text got larger font size. So I'm going to increase much. I'm going to make it as 24. I just saved it. I just reloaded the application. So now you can see the font size got increased. So I'm going to close this extension things. Okay, so I'm going to format this. So I'm just selecting all, right click, and I am just clicking format the document. Okay, so now I want to make this text to be in the bold. So for that I'm going to use it as font weight. So font weight dot bold. So I'm just saving it. So it is hot reloaded. So as usual, I'm just formatting the document once. Now I want this my simple content to be italic. So for that, I'm just we want to use only the attributes to customize all the widgets. So it is easier, just press comma and you just control space, you can get font style dot italic. So now the simple content text got italic, bold and font size also set. Now I want to set a color for this particular text. So for that I'm just, it is straightforward, I'm just pressing color. So inbuilt there is a Flutter has certain colors, so we can make use of that. So I'm going colors dot, so I'm going to use it as amber. So now text color got changed. So this is the way you can customize the text to be more attractive. So whatever the places, for example, if you are designing any applications with the attractive text and all, we can make use of these attributes and make much attractive ones. So now I'm going to customize further. So I'm going to set a background color. So background color, colors dot red. So now I want the word spacing to be increased. So for that there is an option to increase the size between the words. So for that I'm just letter spacing, word spacing is there. Let us first go for word spacing. So it is a double value. So I'm going to give it as 20. So now you can see there is a lot amount of space between the words. So now I'm going to increase the letter spacing too. So letter spacing I'm going to make it as 8. So now the letter spacing also got increased. So now I want a shadow for that particular text. So there is a function for shadow. So you can see that shadows is a attribute and it accepts the list of shadow. So whenever there is a list of shadow, we want to go for square brackets. So now I can pass the shadow. I can make use of the shadow class. So shadow. So inside that shadow, we can set a color for the shadow. So I'm just using color attribute. So colors dot black. Actually you are not able to see the shadow because shadow is straight behind the text. So I want to move the shadow a little bit down. So for that, so there is an offset. So offset I'm going to make it as 2,4. So this is nothing but x and y axis kind of things. So now you can see the shadow over there. So if you want x to be high, you can go for. So now you can see that shadow is moving a little bit. So like this we can give a shadows for the text. So if I want to strike out the text, so let me reduce the shadow effect. So it will be of 1. So I'm going to strike this particular text. So for that I'm going to make use of the attribute text decoration, and in that I want to call it as text decoration. So I want a line through. So now you can see that small line is crossing the words. It is like a strike through. So if you want underline, you can make use of underline. So now that line is below the text. So like this we can underline, strike out the text, and we can color the text, give the backgrounds. We can reduce and increase the size of the font. So these are all the common functionalities we used in the text widgets. So in the further videos we can see other options if it is needed for any particular development process, and we can see about the other widgets as well. Thank you.